wonderful people. I'm Ade.
And I'm Rachel.
And we are
The Wright.
Welcome to our channel.
Yes.
We are pleased to have you here.
Yes, we are.
So boy, today we are going to, as you can tell by the title, we're going to be chatting about the fight, the battle of the personalities. Yeah, so we're going to be chatting about extrovert versus introvert and how that has played out in our marriage.
Yes.
So yeah, stay tuned. Boom.
Okay, so babe, describe my personality. This is going to be interesting.
Wow. Talk about putting me on the spot. Describe your personality. And I'm meant to be honest, like 100%.
100% honest. Seriously.
Alright, personality. For me, you are definitely an introvert.
Yes.
I feel like you've got quite a lot of introverted traits. There's liking to, be on your own at times and quite reclusive away from other people, quite introspectional, if that's a word. Introspect in terms of you tend to look from afar, judge and assess situations.
Very
much. You are friendly.
Yes.
Which is good. Yeah, I feel like you don't just let anyone close.
No.
You're looking and you're assessing whether that person is a threat, friend or foe. So that's definitely it. But I know that you are able to maneuver well socially. So you are, very welcoming and you speak, and unless you tell people that you are quiet and you tend to be on your own,
they won't know.
People won't even clock it, which is really interesting. I think also your personality type is one who wants others to feel comfortable, and at peace and at ease. And I feel like that's definitely 100% you.
Okay.
You tend to like to go out your way to make sure people are good, and you are not as blunt as I am. Yeah, because I can be very cut to the throat, to the heart, to the legs and the arms. So so I think that's one aspect of your personality. In social gatherings, like in terms of my friends and that, I feel as though depending on my friend's personality, you adjust. So if it's someone who's very open and jovial and happy and excited, you'll be very welcoming and quite warm towards them. However, if it's someone who's a bit like, loud and this and that, and then you just be like, okay, cool, I'm just gonna step back. I think I don't know. I mean, that's the little bit. I mean, there's a lot more layers on it. It's an onion layer, but the video is too short to go into everything. But do you feel like I've best represented you? Is there anything else that you think I may have missed out? Something that's quite major?
Yeah. I think in terms of I think one thing missed out is being around more extroverted people. I try to understand them. That's one thing. I won't actually be like rah 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 shout out loud with them, but I try to understand them. And I'm the type of person that's I accept people for who they are. I really do, because I do believe you should treat everyone as you'd like to be treated.
Oh yeah, the golden rule. Yes.
Yep. So that one, I would say that was may not have touched on it as much, but apart from that, I think you nailed it quite well. You nailed it quite well.
Another thing that I would like to address is that I think this falls under the umbrella of personality. I feel like you are very smart. I feel like you communicate very well. I do, and I think that is also a strength of your personality. Taking time to listen and learn, you are able to adjust quite easily to different personalities and people around you. So
and I also like to say that I do tend to calculate in my head. Just calculate things, how to maneuver, how to do this, how to do that, and I think that also plays a part in just the career I'm in. That's why.
Oh yes.
Yeah, that's.
Oh yeah.
That's why as well.
And I think a final part, making sure I'm ticking all the boxes. You know what I mean? I think a final part would be you 100% someone who's very attentive to detail. Yeah, and you've got time for everyone.
Yeah, I do.
I think you've got time for everyone. You are a listener.
Yeah.
You tend to listen very well.
Yes.
So, yeah.
Mm-hmm. And that is so true. I'm so glad you said that because I'm more of a listener than a speaker. Sometimes, like, I don't mind people just discussing. I'm just there, just listening, because I like to hear different perspectives. I like to understand what they're saying, and it allows me to just put two and two together. So hitting the nail right on the head.
Thank you very much.
Okay, so boo, your personality. Yeah. One thing I will say that I kind of knew from the get-go is you're a social bee. You are very friendly. You're very welcoming. I'll say, like myself, you're really non-judgmental. Like in terms of like meeting people, what they look like or what they've gone through. You really don't judge like that. Yeah, that's one thing I really did notice. You do like to be around people. You've got a great amount of friends. And another trait that I would say is similar to myself is you're extremely caring. When I mean this guy is extremely caring, is you're extremely caring, you're helpful, and you do go out of your way to assist others. And I would say that you're not afraid to show your feelings. You're not afraid to speak your truth. And that's one thing that I would say your personality is like. Also, you're very calculative. Like, I think what was really weird for me in the beginning of getting to know you is how you think. I think it took me a while to understand how you think and how you maneuver, because of the fact that you're very logical. And very intelligent. Like, when I mean, hey, I've never met someone that just likes to read and just get information, and not on a basis of, I just want to throw it out there so everyone can think I'm intelligent, but it's more so you want to learn about the world or what's going on or different aspects to things. Like, sometimes I'm seeing you're watching a documentary and then you're watching or reading something about technology, and then it goes to investment, and it's not just little topics. It's like when you want to know about something, you go in. When I mean you go in, it's like you want to know from the beginning to the middle to the end, and then you have to summarize it in conclusion, full stop. That's so true. And I did, because I never came across someone like that, and I was like, wow, the way you think is very different, but it's also encouraging because you like to learn. So at least for me, it's like, okay, the information that you're grasping, I can grasp too. Another personality trait that I had identified was the fact that you can have your times when you just want to chill. Like, you do your times to yourself, and you don't necessarily want to go out or anything like that. So to some extent, a little bit of an introvert, but you're more extroverted. And seeing how you maneuver outside, around people, even around new people, I would say that you have no barriers. You're not afraid to just go up to a brother and be like, yo, bro, what? Do you know what I mean? What's good and stuff? Or to a sister, like, hi, you right? Or what? I'm even saying sister to a female, like, hi, you right? Or anything like that. So, that's what I would say. I'm trying to think of, am I missing anything else in terms of your personality? I think just the main one was how logical you think. I would say you're less emotion, more logical. It's like, okay, for example, if there's a situation, okay, how do we resolve it? What's the solution? Do you go? I mean, you go straight to the point. And another thing, hey, Lord have mercy, you're blunt. You are blunt. That's another thing. It's like, with me, it's like I try to figure out a nicer way to say things, whereas you just go straight to the point. And I think that's a great trait, because it's like, you're real, like, you know what I mean? And although you're real, it's just like, you're real and straight to the point. Have I missed anything else about your personality?
I think you hit the nail on the head. I think 100% extroverted. But it's weird because I felt like growing up, I was very introverted. Yeah, so I think there's been a lot of evolving in my personality, in how to relate to people, especially when you're a young man. The pressures and the peer pressure. You can't just be all quiet. I remember there was a time when my mom had to tell me, go out there and fight.
Hey!
Because you can't just get bullied and slapped up by other boys. And, but I think I am definitely extroverted.
Yeah.
I do derive energy from being around people. I do love stimulating and great deep conversations.
Yes, you do.
I'm very inquisitive by nature. I want to know things. I want to understand how things work. I believe that you can understand how things work. I'm a big believer that we've been gifted with this blessed brain and mind. Yeah. And we can put it to use.
Oh, I forgot to mention you have very strong attention to detail and accuracy. Particularly in the career you're in as well, which is really required. Yeah. But in terms of just like finding information, researching, I really do believe that you have strong attention to detail. Yeah. And you like to get things right.
Yeah. Yeah. And I do, and I think one thing you did alluded to would be being quite single visioned, which can kind of, if not watched carefully, can become quite obsessive, where I can when I'm zoned in, that's my focus.
When you zone in, it's like you proper zone into something. Nothing else, everything else matters, but you're really focused, and you don't allow anything to distract you. And another thing that I just remembered that I thought, wow, this is really, really a great characteristic, is that the fact that you're a completer. And what I mean by that is, like, when you start something, you finish it. Yeah. One thing about Ade, he doesn't like to stop something he doesn't like to leave something unfinished. Yeah, he likes to complete it to the end, whether it gives us a successful result or whether it doesn't give us a successful result. It must be finished. Yeah, it must be finished.
100%. Yeah, I think it's interesting just listening to all of that. Makes me think about upbringing and the things that we learn, things that are traded between parents and children. Just having a good work ethic to just get things done and finish. It's just really it's really ingrained in my personality. It has to happen, and and I don't like to give up. I like to win. Yeah. I'm very competitive. But I think you're competitive as well. Yeah, I am. That's something we've learned. This one is competitive. Because Monopoly, and Blackjack. Oh my gosh, I'm a finisher. So I'll just leave it there. I am a finisher. Yeah. She said it.
He is. But I think now I'm trying to just, like, as we were talking, just understanding my personality as well. It's like, because I hadn't played Monopoly before and you was teaching me, so and then I was also thinking of ways that how can I beat you at Monopoly, but also how can I take whatever you're doing and add it to my own. So I'm already calculating in my head. I'm like, okay, I need to do it this way, and this way in order to win.
But no, I think you actually got quite good at Monopoly, to be fair. For somebody who didn't really play it as often, you really picked it up quite well. And now, she smacks me about. Yep. So, so I just gonna have to take it. But when it comes to Blackjack, I think there's just something about that, man. I just know how to play it, man, to be fair, I just put it down to it's just luck. It's random.
That's what you always says that. Always down to luck.
It don't take skills. So okay, so personality types, because we did a personality test, didn't we? Yes. Quite early on in the relationship. So what do you want to kind of like?
Okay, so I am INFJ. Yes. And you are
ENFJ. Yes. Okay. So I think now, obviously, I'll probably put it down there in the description so you kind of see. But I think the different letters denote different personality types and how one thinks and what kind of energy you derive from the environment. and people, and whether one has intuition or you're more analytical.
That's true. And also, with these personality tests, it also allows you to understand, okay, what type of career path you could possibly go in,
Yes.
what a type of friends or friendships, and how who relates to you more in
Yes.
terms of like your personality.
Yes.
And also just other things. Sometimes I think I read in an article where it said, okay, what personality type can marry or get into a relationship with another. I don't know if I actually agree with it, but
I know what you mean. Yeah, I think a lot of people can relate. We've all kind of like dabbled into those personality tests, like who am I compatible with. It's kind of like the horoscope thingy, like Libra and this and all that thingy. People are always looking to find compatibility, but I think in regards to this, I feel like this is a lot more accurate, I think, because you're dealing with people's how your energy level in terms of, can you be extroverted? I mean, I find it difficult for someone who is an introvert to be working in sales. It's not going to really work so well, because if you are quiet in yourself and even sometimes shy, speaking to people or presenting or doing presentations, it's going to take a lot of energy. It's not that you won't be able to do it, but it would really drain you out.
Okay. Yeah, that's true. Because I was, just to add on to what you just said, it's like being an introvert doesn't mean you can't necessarily do those skills. It just, sometimes it requires more energy, or sometimes it can be like, okay, if you need to kind of play the part, as in like sales, and whatever out there career paths, you would necessarily, you just kind of push yourself to do it, to be honest.
100%. Yeah. And I think there is also a link between the extrovert and the introvert. You've got people that can be in the middle as well, and you can be, I can be an introvert at times when I feel like, I just need to recharge. I don't really want to be speaking to anyone. So I'm an introvert. I just want to be on my own. Sometimes I go on my phone and just playing chess or doing my own thing. Whereas there's other times I'm like, whoa, so we all fluctuate between the 2 or the 3 or the 4. How many there might be out there. So I think that's just important. So don't try wedge yourself into just one camp. Just be. Some people are a lot flexible. I feel like when you deal with people, you can be very flexible. You're able to relate to people at different times and wherever they might be. So I think that's really a strong personality if that's the type.
Yeah, and I also want to just add on to it the fact that whatever your personality type is, just be you. Do you get what I mean? Still own being you. There's no great personality type. There's no one that's better than the other. It's just, you know what, this is me and this is it.
Yeah, definitely. I think, touching on that, I think another good thing about the personality, I'm just thinking about it, is that it can show whether you might be good at a certain job, or if you might be good at certain positions. So I feel like my personality means that I can be someone who leads. Though I'm not really comfortable to lead. To be fair, I'm not, because I understand the sacrifice and the work that is needed. However, if I am thrown in the deep end, I'll just be like, okay, cool, I'll just do it. And I think so in my personality, I'm able to possibly do it. Lead or be a leader or team leader or whatever. And I think we're able to push the leader. Oh wow.
The introvert. I don't think necessarily that I need to be the leader. I just know that I have like the skills or the qualities to be able to push that leader, to coach that leader, to mentor the leader or teach the leader. Do you know what I mean? So I feel like as an introvert, you don't really necessarily want to be at the forefront. If you wanted to be, that's okay. So you can put yourself out there, but sometimes just being that backbone is what we kind of thrive in.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think, and this is a segue into our next topic, really, which is how does that work within our marriage? The different personality types. Let you go.
Okay. How does it work? And Okay. I think there's an equal balance.
Yeah. Okay.
There's an equal balance being that if you're more sociable, I can adjust to that.
Okay.
Yeah, because it's not necessarily that I always want to be at home and I don't want to talk to anyone. No, that's not the case. I just do enjoy my own company, or I do enjoy small little gatherings and stuff like that. So I think just having that equal balance is good, as well as there's times when you want to just be at home and just chill, or you don't really want to be in a large group or anything like that. And how about yourself?
Yeah.
What would you say?
I think within the marriage, I definitely feel like there are times where, I just want to be left alone. And I think you kind of pick that up at times. You kind of like, oh, babe, you just want to be on your own. Yeah. And I really respect that, because sometimes I don't know if people are comfortable just because it's nothing to do with that person.
No, it's not.
It's just your energy level. Maybe you've had a long day at work, or you're drained mentally. You just want time, because I feel like with me, I'm a self-starter. I've just got initiatives just to do what I need to do. So I feel like I do take it upon myself when I am tired and exhausted, just to kind of like recoup and just strengthen myself again, and then be someone who can, be of help. So I kind of feel like that aspect helps as well. You being able to coach and, help the leader in that aspect. So I think me being quite a strong personality and being someone who's got great initiative and drive, that one I have drive.
You have drive.
I've drive. Wherever that drive came from, but I accept it, because I feel like there's times when, I'll be like, let's go. And I'll be able to just put you on my back. Let's run. Let's go forward. Let's march.
That's true.
Suppose maybe that's just drawing from the leadership aspects of our personality type. Yeah.
So, would you say there's been any difficulty in our marriage in terms of our personalities?
I mean, I think they're bound to be. Yeah. To be really honest, like it'll be quite fictitious if you're like, oh no, it's not. It won't be true. Yeah. I think I think my biggest struggle, I may have mentioned it in a previous video, but the holiday part of it, I've just really enjoyed just going out with the mandem to travel. I never went out with the ladies. It was always the man. So I find that different. Like, even if we start when, everything opens up again, we start traveling, just the idea of just me and you, I'm like, I just feel like it's so small. Oh, wow. Yeah, I just want it to be bigger and a lot more people. And I think that is one aspect I've struggled with. Thinking like, how do I reconcile this aspect of my personality?
Is it because you've always travelled like with your boys and stuff?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'd say an adjustment now.
Yeah, it takes a bit of adjustment. I mean, I have been on my own, travelled.
Yes, you have.
Yeah, but I think it's just the level of enjoyment is just a bit different when you travel in a group, and so
that's so true.
Yeah, I'm just thinking whether that's going to be quite similar when you start travelling. And I mean, people can still travel in groups anyway, even if you're married or not. But it's just different. But I would spend more time with you, practically. So.
Okay. Well, I think for me, like traveling, I've always traveled with like friends, and sometimes it's just with another friend. So it's not really an adjustment to me, because I've been with a maximum of maybe 5 people, and then to just going on holiday with just one of my friends. So that's not an adjustment. But I think in terms of, has there been a difficulty in our marriage in terms of our personalities? I would say yes, for me too. Because I'm an introvert as well, and not like a complete introvert, as I keep saying, like I'm not always at home and this and that. I do go out, but I think knowing that you were so social and like you knew a lot of people, I was like, oh gosh, that was quite nerve-wracking for me, because it's kind of like all this energy that's around, and with me it's like I see all this energy, but I'm more of a person that I like to understand. So I'm not gonna be like, all the energy and jump in and be like, all energy. No, I'm more of like, okay, energy, let me understand the person, why they're like energetic like that and this and that, and I'm like, okay. So I'm more like calculating my head and more observing and stuff like that. So that's more of the aspect. So the social aspect, I was like, oh gosh, how many people am I meeting and this and that. But eventually, I got used to it. Yeah. And I think one thing I will say is like I didn't change because you're an extrovert.
Yeah.
I'm still myself. I'm still an introvert.
Yeah.
But I adjusted myself to it. Would you say you adjusted yourself to me as well in that sense?
I think with all these personality and all of that, at the end of the day, we're just people. We're human beings, and I think we just got to be considerate of one another and how the other feels. And so I understood when you couldn't, be around, 40, 50 people at one time. I'm like, okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
I understand. I'm like, okay, cool. I'll either not attend, or I can attend. We can just be there briefly, or we can take breaks where we just go out and chill, because there is a lot of energy. And,
it is.
Usually when I'm around so many people, you've got to kind of like be attentive to everyone.
Yeah.
Speak to everyone. Remember names. Hold good conversations.
Yep.
There's a lot of pressure. Fantastic. And I believe that concludes it.
It sure does.
Wow, it has been a pleasure just kind of like getting to know you a bit more.
Yeah, and yourself.
Yes. And so this concludes our session. But there is something a resource that we want to recommend to everyone. So I think on each video we're going to be recommending things that we feel have been helpful. So I will put the link at the description. So I think the first one will be the 16 personality type, which will be very insightful for everyone. I think a lot of people have done, but there is another one. It's called Principle You. It's by Ray Dalio, and so I'm gonna put the link on. It's a free assessment. It covers everything. You did it.
Yes, I did.
So it kind of like breaks down
into just different sections, maybe career, friendship, romantic life. It kind of gives you an idea of how your personality fits into those sections.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fantastic. So obviously people know Ray Dalio. He's a American billionaire investor, and he's a co-founder of this. So it would be fantastic. I'm going to put a link there. Check it out. Be edifying.
Yes. So thank you for watching our video. We hope you have subscribed to our channel and you've liked this video if you liked it. And do leave any comments or questions below and we'll definitely get back to you. And we will see you in our next video.
Peace.